All right, yo, we are checking out the updated Wuthering Waves tier list and putting in our own, suggestions and concerns for version
A boba.
1.4 with Camellya coming out here. I am with Ethan and Sarah. Yo,
A
introduce
boba.
you guys. Okay, yep, that's them.
Hey,
Um,
hey, I like a boba.
same. Do you see what Camellya does like the craziest like 360 with her leg after her N4? I feel like it's
One,
like,
two, three.
you seen that?
Oh my god.
Dad drink is dad drink is crazy.
That
Dad
is
drink is crazy.
crazy.
Dad drink is
That is
crazy.
all right. T0 just for that. Nah, that's why. All right, boys, we got it. T0 and the recording. All right, you want me to read the change log?
Sure, we have to change logo.
All right, bet. How YouTube? By YouTube? Here, we get the monetize instantly.
There's like a ton in here though. Let me go skip over it.
Yeah, okay, so let's just blah blah blah. So as far as last update, we revamped the tier list in addition to 4-star characters at 6. Okay, so all 4 stars are now at S6. Some 4 stars update at S6 is a substantial one. For others, it's less impactful. So 4 stars moved up. Okay, a part of this update, we're also introducing a new tag alongside removing some old ones to adjust the rankings of specific characters we've had trouble placing in the past. Okay. Our tier list aims to reflect not only in-game testing and performance, but also the ideally align with the community opinion and our experience. When reworking the tier list, 2 characters were subject to much discussion, Changli and Alto. As a result of these discussions, we're placing both the characters on our watch list with the intention of hearing what you have to say on these characters before proceeding with any changes. What? Changli compared to Camellya, Zhang Liao, Jian, and Changli doesn't feel placed quite right. I disagree. She has no meta-defining best team when compared to these characters at this time and usually makes do with non-perfect fit hybrid characters, double DPS quick swap setup, or double support teams. Changli has fantastic potential but feels limited by teammate choices. I think this is absolute cap. She sometimes serves as a hybrid in the sub DPS role and doesn't feel like she has quite the meta foothold of the aforementioned 3 we have. We are also considering rating her as both main DPS and hybrid, and she would appear in both columns. That I think is valid. I think they definitely do both. Alto, I don't care about Alto. Alto's trash. Alto's just dog shit. It is what it is. We're skipping that. So I'm sorry, Tiger. I'm sorry, Tiger. I apologize. Yoo-hoo has been added to the list. 4-star will be upgraded. Okay. Shorekeeper's been added to the list. Okay, so that's old shit.
Yep.
07 Alto, boys. 07 Alto. Yeah. This is interesting. I think this is very this machine has potential. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so where do you want to start? Do you want to start with jinhsi? Let's start with DPSs.
You can start DPS. I
Okay.
think
We can start over with support since that's the easiest and get the quick stuff out of the way so we can talk longer about the
Okay.
more
Alright.
controversial stuff later on.
Okay, supports, I think
I mean
is just
support's
straight
pretty
up
valid, yeah. It's a short
Yeah.
keeper arena. There's like no contest.
0.
I
Yeah,
could see Yoo-hoo moving down, but that's about it.
I was about to say that. I like that we think alike. I think Yoo-hoo does too many inputs. I mean, I see why Yoo-hoo is here due to the fact that they technically could almost match in certain teams. I think it was the Jian team that Miyabi dropped a video on. But other than Yoo-hoo being T1.5, I think this is fine.
Well, I mean,
Actually, no.
Baiji, if she doesn't have variation, is just as bad as Yahoo. Because then you have to sit there basic attacking and doing your heavy attack with her little pet.
I think the difference is that with Baiji, it's not 15. It's not like, okay, let me not exaggerate. It's not 10 to 12 inputs. Baiji, it's just normal attacking, and that is it. There's no complex part about her kit. It's simply straight healing, normal attack, echo, and swap out. Like, it's very,
True.
very easy. So I think, like, to keep her at T1, I think is fair. But I'm actually not going to lie to you. I think my big controversial take here, I think Yang Yang should be higher. I think we're actually really underutilizing Yang Yang in replacement with a Zhang Liao pairing.
Yang Yang? Yeah, Yang Yang
I
can
agree
be in
there.
hybrid quick swapping.
Or they can just put the expert thing
yeah.
on Yang Yang.
I don't even think you could put. I don't even think it requires an expert though. I think expert.
Well, you have to remember that a lot of people don't even know how to quick swap. Some people are swapping in and just like staying on the character the whole time.
Do you think it's a quick swap thing, or it's literally just her
Yeah,
outfit?
Yang Yang, she can her skill and her ult can be swapped out of, and then I think her heavy attack as well. When she does like her forte version of her heavy attack, you can swap out of that.
I don't disagree with you. I was just looking at it from a perspective of like the fact that she could give you extra particles.
Oh, just for the battery? Yeah.
Like just for the battery herself, I think she could go into the hybrid role. Excuse me. I mean, her damage is not bad at S6 either, but I could see like an expert tag. But I think you put her at least like 1.5. Like if you don't want to put her in 1 with Baiji in them, which I get, I really believe she belongs in the hybrid tier personally. At 1.5 at least. But other than that, I'm chilling. I think Tauchi, a boba. Other than that, nothing crazy on Tauchi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Taochi's the worst unit in the game, sadly.
Taochi's about to get
Yeah.
gapped.
Yeah.
Because
Chad, how
the
you feel
only
about
thing
this?
Taochi has is her outro, and
And
yeah.
that takes 20 years to build up.
Yeah, her outro's pretty bad. Yo, it's good. Sheath, how you
And the
feeling, brother?
future
Welcome.
Mouse Girl is also just going to do that, but be better.
Yeah, the Mouse Girl actually, if we want to do a quick prediction, I think the Mouse Girl is going to rank in T1.
It
Or
depends
T1.5
how
in
she
hybrid.
plays. I don't
1.5,
like.
Yeah,
We
maybe
only played
1.5.
her in the Elusive Realm,
Actually,
so I have no idea.
You know what? She might be tier 2 because her stamina consumption is pretty rough.
It's rough, but I think that the way I've envisioned playing her, maybe I'm wrong, and like continuing both of the fortes at the same time, I think will have enough viability. I think it's an expert tag. I think, you know what?
I think
You're
she doesn't
probably
have enough
right.
testing yet because we only played her in Elusive Realm. So I don't know.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
we could skip that. Yang Yang is the most slept on character. I agree. I'm testing Taochi, Shield, and Interruption on Camilla right now. Let me know how it goes. Okay, so I think support cast is done.
Yep.
The hybrid cast, brother. I don't know, man.
Hybrid.
Most of it, to be honest.
I feel like Mortefi's
Yeah?
holding up by a string in the hybrid.
Mortefi probably goes to tier 1, in my
You don't-
opinion.
You don't think
He
Gigi goes to
only-
tier 1 either?
No,
Listen,
JG is
I
good.
would put GZ to tier 1 just because she's not great.
I agree. I think I got roasted for this. I was told that I should stop making content on the game because I think that I agree with you on Mortefi. I think Mortefi's held up by a string. I personally believe there's no T0. I don't believe there's a T0 support, genuinely. I'll get to that in a moment.
Sanhua.
Maybe Sanhua. I'll give maybe Sanhua, but Mortefi, fine. Let's say you want to keep him at 0.5. I think she just should go down to T1 because other than Jinhsi, he is not needed, and realistically, we have Yanru. Like, if a new player comes to this list like, hey, what character should I be pulling? I think this is genuinely big misinformation. I really do. She's clunky. She's not fun. I don't find her fun. I think her gameplay is annoying to me personally. And realistically, she's an incandescent bot. You know, she's not working with Encore. She's not working with Zhang Liao. Her coordinated attacks aren't really helping Jian. She doesn't really do much. Like, you could technically use her with Chang Li with her outro, with the resonant skill stuff. But, like, you know, Chang Li needs hot swapping. So I personally, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of her.
I disagree. Also, you're forgetting that she also gives energy to the character that swaps in. Same as Yang Yang.
But who are you using her on other than Jinhsi? Like, what other team comp have you used her on? Other than
Well,
Jinhsi
you can
ever?
play DPS Sanhua with her.
That's
not even bad.
that's like
no one is playing DPS
yeah.
Sanhua.
I know.
No,
one
I'm just
person
saying
played DPS
you
Sanhua.
can do that. You know,
Yeah,
there's
but
a
this is
thing
for
to
the
it.
average player, and ain't no average player running DPS
Well,
Sanhua.
yeah.
If
They
there
don't even
is,
like support Sanhua.
well, if there is ice buff, which we've had one time, you can run that up. But I think there's just the fact that there's been no ice. There's no ice characters to go with her. Really, that's the only thing.
Okay, but here's the thing though. We can't live in the world of hypotheticals at the moment, right? Maybe one day
True.
she will get better, but I think T.5 is just not fair. I don't think this is a good ranking. I think this is a really over the top ranking. I think the only reason why they ranked her to T0.5 is because how goated Jinhsi is. But you don't need her for Jinhsi.
True.
I think she's better than Yinlin for coordinated attacks, but that doesn't mean that she's overall a better unit than Yinlin because Yinlin has way more synergy. So if you ask me, I say I'm not gonna down the hill Mortefi, whatever, leave Mortefi where he is. I think Gigi goes T1, and then I think personally
if
Yinlin goes.
JG
What?
moves, Mortesi also has to move.
Okay,
That's the
cool.
only thing.
I'm
Yeah.
with you. I think
Yeah.
both of them go T1, and I think these two right here go to T.5. Maybe you keep Sanhua at T0.
No, Sanhua is the goat. Sanhua is the goat.
Okay, let's go to Sanhua. What do you think? What is
I
her
think
S6
Sanhua.
actually?
I think Sanhua can literally be played with every character in the game, and then Camellya came out, and she's best in slot for Camellya, so that solidifies her slot.
Sanhua is complicated because as good as she is difficult to play at an optimal level for most people.
Yeah.
Well,
I think she's fine in tier 0, but that's only because Camellya exists.
I don't even think it's just because Camellya exists, but I think it
It's only
solidifies
because
some.
Camellya exists.
Why do you think it's only because Camellya exists?
because Camellya is the only DPS that we have that's as good as jinhsi,
Yeah.
and Camellya only has one support, which is Sanwa.
I could
All right,
see.
but Sanhua also works with Encore, and Encore is good DPS too.
Yeah, no.
Encore is-
And she works with Zhang Liao.
And she does work with
Okay.
Cheng Li, truthfully. She
I
does.
Yeah.
am not running Sanwa with Cheng Liao.
Well, because
Okay,
you're
yeah.
the most premium team. If you're like free-to-play player with no units, if you have Zhang Liao and Sanhua, like you're clearing.
No,
I'm
I
a
think
free-to-play player. What are you talking about?
no. I think you're a little overcooking. I think Zhang Liao is the only one that I actually wouldn't run her with, but everyone else, yeah, Zhang Liao, I'd rather run Yang Yang. But I agree with you though. I could see
Or you could run
Should be-
either one. That's what I'm saying.
them keeping at T0 because especially with Shorekeeper with the Concerto energy, you need the 2 intros. Like she could really just carry that on her back in a matter of seconds. So I think that is fine.
Are you also keeping in mind though that Sanhua's Concerto is so fast that you're like spam breaking the boss?
Again, that's what I'm saying. Like I could see her being at T0 finally now, especially at S6 with her S6 giving the attack buff. So honestly, I could see it. I think she would be the only T0 then. I don't think Yinlin is T0. I really don't.
So
I-
tier 0 Sanhua, 0.5 Yinlin, and then JG
She-
Mortefi tier 1.
Yeah, what do you think? What do you think?
I think it's
Sarah?
valid.
I like Yinlin in tier 0, but I agreed with moving her down to 0.5 and then the other down to tier 1.
Yeah, I think really other than Zhang Liao, that's the only character she synergizes with, like specifically, like perfectly
Yep.
with. And like, you know, Cheng Li just has better options. Havoc Rover, you could just use Donjin instead. Like there's other characters like when she first dropped, everyone was like, hey, use it with Encore, use it with Havoc Rover, or even when Cheng Li came out, use it with Cheng Li. But like there's just better options, right? So I think that while she's solid, I don't think it's as good. Yo, what's going on, Kenny? We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to DPS in a bit. Also, my bad, chat. I'm not ignoring you. We're just going over this. But what's good, Hex? How are you, brother? Okay, cool. So I think that's valid. I think we could agree on this. I don't think we really care. I think if you want to be a snob, you can. No, I think T2 is good for him.
Yeah, all of them are up to 2.
Yeah, I think that's valid. Okay. Now we're gonna get to the really long, controversial part that's gonna take 20 years. Can I use the bathroom quick before we get into this?
You know what? I
No.
actually think going down the list, Yanwu should go up.
I was gonna say 1.5 for Yanu because of Jinhsi.
Yeah.
But other than Jinhsi, I mean, granted, he does get a shield. I believe it's C4. But other than that,
Yeah, but who's building him for the shield?
yeah, not
Keeping
only
that
that,
guy a
but
little one.
yeah, there's really no other synergy there. So I think that if you wanted to put 1.5, I could see it. But you know, I'm not gonna die on the hill.
I
T2.
mean,
I think T2 is
Jeshi is being carried by
by Jinhsi.
Jinhsi, so let
If we're gonna
Yanwu-
use that logic, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we use that logic. Yanu goes up to tier 1.5. Okay. Jinhsi's free to play option? Yeah, pretty much. Also was good picks. I'll hit you in, brother. Okay, so let me go pee real quick. Say hi to chat. Chat, don't look, my ass is out. And
Pause.
How's it going?
Baboom.
Chat, I've gone 4-4-1-1-1 on Kamala.
Kamala.
Shut up.
What is your ratio though? After if you go
I'll
4-4,
tell
you
you.
usually go for like at least 280 crit damage.
I have 90 252 with non-level traces.
Okay, what she give herself? Like 18, 16, I think, something like that.
What?
She gives herself crit.
She does?
Yeah.
No way. No way. Hold on. Where?
In her notes.
Which node? Oh, you're talking about the nodes, yeah. I got 10, so I have an extra 10, so it'll be 260. 90,
That's right.
260.
I think you should go for higher crit damage. With 4-4-1-1.
Well, I have crit damage on all but one piece.
Yeah, you need it on that last piece.
Oh my god, fine.
You
Do I
have crit
have
rate,
any
crit
more-
damage is your 4/4, right?
Crit rate, crit damage, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. Do I have enough? I have 2 more.
I mean, low key. Okay, you'd have to like god roll for
Alright.
this, cause assuming with weapon, you'd have like 75 crit rate. So if you got like god rolls on your crit, you could go double crit damage.
Wait, what are we yapping about?
She's just talking about Camellya about that.
Oh, Camellya. Wait, so, fuck it. I mean, Yanwu could be used for interruption resistance for Camellya. Shit choice, I know. I mean, it's an option. It's not a good option, but it is an option.
All right, on to the DPS.
Okay, so I got a lot of heat for this one last time as well.
What?
Obviously, I think Jinhsi is still T0. I think Jinhsi is still the easiest DPS to use in the game. But yeah, like free to play friendly. You get Verena, you get Yanwu for free, you get Baiji for free. Like, I don't think there's anything negative about her. She is goated. Obviously, the only thing is she's coordinated attacks, but you could even use her in hot swap teams with Changli, and she still works. So I think this is safe to say she is still T0. What do you guys think?
True.
Yep, easy.
Yep. Okay.
I think Camellya is tied with her.
Yeah, no, I agree. I did not agree with you at first, but I think Camellya is a T0 unit.
Easily.
What was a good bomb?
Also,
I think.
Oh,
yeah.
did you say what you're saying?
No, hit me. I'm listening.
I was going to talk about other 0.5 people.
Well, so the thing is, real quick, I think the reason why Camellya is tied to T0, if we look at it, is not only does she have 2 nukes with the sitting down Forte or Concerto, but also, if you actually think about it, she is in the same way with Jinhsi. She has her best in slot free to play team. I mean, best in slot is free to play. You get Sanwa offered for free, and you get Verena. And if you pull a Shorekeeper, it's even better.
Yeah.
So I'm actually surprised that I think she is still a little clunky.
I think you just need to get used to it.
I understand that, but I do think that the ease of use of someone like Changli, Zhang Liao, Jinhsi, and then compared to Camellya is still a little clunky for the average player.
Okay, well, with a direct comparison of Jinhsi to Camellya, what do you think makes Camellya more clunky?
Because Jinhsi is just straight simple. You just do normal attacks and call it a day. Camellya, you have to mode, you have to manage all of these things. Sometimes when you do your that powered up Forte circuit that takes over your E, you go into the air, other time, and then you start spitting. Sometimes I realize, wait, maybe am I not in the air? Am I in the air? Am I not in the air? So I have to hit my E again. Like, I get mixed up with being in the air and not in the air. Also, not being able to move is annoying. So, like, I think she is also a little bit of a sitting duck where she's having a problem with the interruption resistance. As Jinhsi could dodge midway through and still continue her attack chain to get her massive damage out. So I think, like, objectively, Jinhsi's just bot easy mode. Excuse me.
I think Camellya might just have a higher skill floor than Jinhsi.
Yeah, no, yeah, it takes more skill. Yeah, but I think, like, the whole being stuck in the air and the fact of the matter is you have to make sure you don't get hit with interruption resistance, I think makes her a bit more clunky than Jinhsi.
All right.
You know?
Jinhsi's
annoying in the air with dodges. Oh, wait, Sarah, you have anything to add?
I agree with you were going over here in chat where Jinhsi also, people were complaining about the same clunkiness when Jinhsi comes out.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Me personally, I think Camellya is actually less clunky than Jinhsi.
Really?
I don't think either one, my take on it, I don't think either one is less clunky than the other. I think you just literally need to play the character and get a feel for the character. And once you have that, like, you're locked in. But I do think Camellya's skill floor is higher than Jinhsi's. Like, I think Jinhsi's easier to pick up.
Yeah, I definitely think that that there's a higher skill ceiling for sure. Without a doubt. So, okay, skill issue, definitely skill issue. I didn't think Jinhsi was annoying in air. I actually think Jinhsi being in the air is not too bad. I also kind of find myself sometimes not pairing with her. Maybe it's just a massive skill issue. But with Jinhsi, I feel like I'm like consistent with it. But she's also
Camellya's parries you have to learn. They have like the start of the hit doesn't parry as fast as Jinhsi's, I think.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kals, by the way, I do. Wait, someone said
I know why. It's because you're thinking too much.
Probably. I
With
just
her,
have to.
you don't think. You just gotta pray and trust that it's gonna counter, and not think about what the enemy's doing.
That sounds about right. Wait, so Mayo said, in my opinion, I don't think anyone's T0 till we have actual content where jinhsi's. I don't think we could say no one is tier 0.
No,
because you
there's
have to work-
definitely a tier 0 because Jian
Yeah.
exists.
Yeah, not only that, but like you have to work in the confines of the content you have right now, Mayo, right? So we can't say like, well, we'll rank it when we get really hard content down the road. Because what if we never get hard content down the road, right? So working with what we have, yes. Also, yeah, hit it. I'm listening.
And we do have hard content. It's called the what's it called? Overdrive mode.
Overdrive is trash.
It
It's
is
still
trash.
hard
It's
content.
still hard though. Yeah, it is hard. It's dog shit. But it is hard.
Well, if hard equals HP sponge, then I don't know.
I mean, listen, like the only character that's clearing that easily is jinhsi. And
Well, she
maybe now
also has
Camellya.
a whole half dedicated to her whole kit. Like every
but
single
even the
sentence of the
units-
buff dedicated to her.
Yeah, but even the other units have a side dedicated to them, and they don't clear it as well as jinhsi does.
Yeah.
That's the
No.
issue.
True.
Arvin says, jinhsi stronger and easier than Camilla. I am pro. Trusted me. In one day of playing, I would put Camilla below jinhsi. I might change my mind in a few days and promote Camilla. Exactly. No, I think that,
other point fives.
I don't know why Cheng-Li's on a watch list. I actually really hate this quite a bit. I think this is genuinely probably the worst take they've done out of all of the characters, because them saying she has no direct synergy with everyone, I think is just false. And the fact that she's so open for so many team comps, the same way Zheng Liao is why I think she's so good. Realistically, the only leg up that Zheng Liao has is that Zheng Liao has a support that directly matches him with Yinlin. But prior to that, you could still use Yang Yang, you could use Sanhua, you could use a bunch of different people. And so it's the same thing with Cheng Li. I think putting her on a watch list due to the fact that she doesn't have that exact support is a little cringe. Nothing about the game has changed. And realistically, Camilla is not hitting jinhsi numbers yet. She gets close to them. But if Camilla's hitting close to jinhsi, that does not devalue anyone in T0.5. We'll get to Gian actually, but so I don't agree with this. I think putting her on a watch list is actually kind of cringe. Like there's nothing here that's different.
I think
She
the
also
watch
has
list.
a good weapon, because remember, these are S0. These are with the standard weapons, not their signatures.
Yeah.
So that makes her moving down even worse, because she has a good signature and Gian really doesn't.
Yeah. Also, they said that they might add her in the hybrid column, but I do agree. I think if you put her in the hybrid column, then I think she's T0. Then I think that's valid. So I think they should definitely duplicate it. But as a main DPS, I still think 0.5 is not bad. I think 0.5 is really good for her. So putting her on a watch, I think is kind of silly. What do you think, Gib?
I want to talk about Gian now.
Oh, brother. I really hate Gian. I really do.
I've recently built Gian like a month ago when his rerun came out, because I didn't have Gian built because I got him on the first banner early, and I didn't have him built because you can't play Gian without Mortefi. And I'm still playing him with like a scuffed Mortefi, but like, yeah, Gian pretty much he just has to move down. That's the main point.
Here's the best Gian team no one's talking about. Shorekeeper, Gian, Zheng Liao.
It's not bad. It's not a bad team in that right side of the tower. Like in the most recent,
The only thing with that team is I'd rather just play Cheng Li.
I think it's arrow damage bonus, is it not? Or is it electric?
I actually prefer it over Cheng Li, just because of the grouping. And their Gian's rotation and Yao's rotations match up better than Yao's and Cheng Li's rotations.
I don't know how I feel about that, but I think it's not a bad team.
Yeah. Also, I feel like Cheng Li's not really locked to one rotation. Depends what the enemy's doing and like how you're getting your stacks.
Yeah, but if we're just talking about the casual player, what's going to be the easier rotation for them to do?
Definitely Gian.
Swap into Gian, ult with Gian. When his ult goes down, you swap into Cheng Liao, use his ult, and do his stuff, and then swap into your healer, re-up the buff, and then do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's valid.
I actually think I will say as a hot take, I think Camilla's AoE is pretty dog shit. I think Gion's AoE is superior for sure. I think Gion's AoE is able to suck the characters in, while Camilla is like, if you're in the area, I will spin around and potentially I might drag you in a little bit. But like,
Well,
she
that's
has a
grouping versus AoE damage, so you can compare
well,
two different
they're
things.
both under the AoE though, right? So if we're going based off what Pride win, I think even just as a whole, I think overall Gion's AoE is still I think better.
Oh yeah, and Gion's AoE also is like he gets like an enhanced form versus Camelia's is like one attack. So like if you cancel
Yeah.
Camelia's, it doesn't keep going, but Gion, like Gion's lead best combo is spamming his N1 with dodge counters while you're in his ult.
Yeah. So I think I'm not gonna lie to you. I would still keep him T0.5 at the moment. But I could see him going down to T1. I don't think it's a hill for me to die on. But like I am still not a fan of him. I think his rotations are overall super convoluted and annoying. I know it's gonna don't you try 180 this mister? You said you hate Gion. No, it's not. I do hate Gion. I don't enjoy him, but I know he's still good.
I
And I
think he can
find him
only beat 0.5 with his Sig.
yeah,
Oh,
I mean
that's
if he
true. Because
yeah.
without his weapon, I think he probably drops down to tier 1.
Yeah, that's how I'm saying
Okay,
it.
for
But
sure.
everybody got his weapon, to be honest, that plays Gion.
I do not
I
have his
mean,
weapon.
whack. See, the other thing is I feel like Camilla's obviously overall better for sure, especially damage wise and like consistency and just rotations. But Gion's parrying is also super easier, I think, as well, because Gion is just a brain dead character
Only
to
when
play with.
he's in his ult.
No, I think his
No,
normal parry
even
is pretty
out of
easy
his
as
ult,
well.
his attacks have really big hitboxes.
Yeah, they're fast, they
they're
have big
so
hitboxes. I don't think they're as clunky
Also,
as Camilla.
also his skill is an auto parry. Any attack in the game, it makes his whole character like a parry hitbox. You
Yeah.
literally cannot miss parry doing Gion skill.
No, for sure. Okay, so if we're going no Sig, I think T1. If we're keeping him with Sig, I think he should be on a watch list. I don't think
Yeah,
Cheng
he
Li should be on the watch list. That should
I
be the
think
watch
the
list.
biggest thing Chengli is for the watch list, based on how they say it, is just the fact that she would be in 2 categories instead of 1.
No, I think
they're
the watch
thinking
list.
about moving her down because they're
Yeah.
comparing her to Camellya and Zhang Liao and technically Gion, but let's be real, they're not really comparing her with Gion.
Yeah.
Gion just
Okay.
has the general buff.
Yeah, I think she stays in 0.5 for sure.
I
I-
think what do you think of Zheng Liao?
I think he's the GOAT. I think with Sig, he's tier 0, but if you don't have Sig, he's 0.5.
No, he's not
tier
T0.
He's not close to Gion, or he's not close to jinhsi. He's not close to Camellya.
Yeah. I love Zheng Liao. I think Zheng Liao is amazing and super easy to use and free to play. Like again, you could use Yang Yang and Verino or whatnot, but like he's not T0. Like his burst is not up enough for you to do a T0. I just don't think so. Like, because realistically, obviously he does the 3 attacks from his forte and shit, which still do damage, but his burst is a bulk of that damage. So I don't.
Okay,
think
but
so.
do you know about his dodge counter scaling when he's in his ult?
I don't, but also like realistically, as someone who plays the game every single day and streams it almost every single day, I probably won't even capitalize on that.
Well, I'm not saying he needs to move. I was just saying, what's his Sig? I think he can maybe go up. I don't think he has to go up. Just his Sig adds a lot to.
I think he is the top of 0.5,
Yeah.
0.05 or 0.5. You know the handsome guy from One Punch Man who keeps all the A ranks below S rank?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's that guy.
Dude, I think
Pretty
like
face.
if you look at it, right, we have T0 and like this is T0, and then I think we have like there's just a ceiling. There is just a massive ceiling because of Camilla and because of jinhsi, and then we have T0.5. Like, and Zheng Liao is like right here. Like right there. Like,
And
but
no, Brendo, I don't think she goes down because sometimes I will forget that jinhsi is wearing a level 60 weapon that I stole from Calcharo, and she will still beat the tower, and I'll be like, why is my jinhsi damage so low?
Also, Kang, we're gonna go over Encore as well. I got you because I know why they put that there. If you just did a Blade of Seven's career, you get top tier rolls. Yeah, exactly. We've used accounts with just Abyss, not Abyss Surges. What is that? What is the Claymore called? The standard weapon, whatever it is. We've used that and we've cleared Lion's Roar or something. So, yeah, but I think Zhang Liao's literally right there, but I don't think he will ever reach T0 because also his best in slot support already dropped, and he's still not hitting those numbers the way they are. So I think there's that.
On tier 1?
I would actually say Yinlin, Zhang Liao, that team can compete with jinhsi and camellya, but it's harder to play.
I don't think in damage. I think jinhsi still takes it. I think jinhsi and camellya still take it because camellya and jinhsi don't need as much. Their rotations aren't as long, and honestly,
no, they still take it. I'm just saying that team is close enough.
It's really competable. Yeah. It is. The issue on that is that if jinhsi's are arguably better than camellya, there's no way Chengli, Jian, Chengli is better. Well, no. So we put camellya in T0. Camellya is not that far off from jinhsi. I don't think it's that far off, truthfully. With Encore, this is the one where it says expert. So if you're an expert with Encore, you can bring it to T0.5. But if you're not, I think T1 is fine. I personally don't really like Encore as much anymore. I think T1 is fair because of the fact that you really, really, really need to be good with her and the quick swapping with Sanhua and all that stuff. But she is free to play. You know, you can get her from the selector, you can get Sanhua, you can get Farina. So I think this is fair ranking. I don't think this is anything crazy.
I'd actually, if we're just talking about units that should probably go down to tier 1, I think if we move anyone to tier 1, you bump Encore down and then bump the rest of it down, to be honest.
Wait, repeat that, I'm sorry?
So, like, if we move Camellya, and then for some reason we move Jian and maybe Chengli, I don't think we move Chengli, but if we move Jian down to tier 1, I think you bump Encore down to tier 1.5 and then bump some other people down.
Hey, you're underrating Encore. Encore just needs expert tag.
Encore. Listen, even with the expert tag, Encore is not Chengli level.
No, I don't think she should be. Well, she's not in Chengli. She's not in 0.5. She's in
that's what the
tier 1.
expert tag means, is to move them up a tier.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
I think she should be tier 1 with expert tag.
No. So, but what Sarah's saying is like, okay, if we move Jian down to T1, right? And then with expert, they could be on the level of Zhang Liao. I don't think they're on the level of Zhang Liao. I agree with Sarah. If you move Jian down to T1, then Encore, although competable with Jian, is not going to be on the same level as Zhang Liao. I would say personally, I think remove the expert tag. I think regardless, I think she's just tier 1. You know? Yo, no, I appreciate the follow, brother. Dabby, man, welcome and how are you? Having a great day. How you doing, homie?
What about tier 1.5 and tier 2?
I think Donjin needs the expert tag.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And if you're not an expert, she's like a tier 3 unit. Let's be real.
I think she's in the wrong category.
You would die.
I think she's in the wrong category. I think she should be in hybrid. I think putting her in DPS is a little weird.
Well, a lot of people, because Donjin obviously has like sub DPS with Havoc Rover and Camellya, I guess. But like most people that are playing Donjin are like playing Donjin hyper carry or like solo Donjin.
Yeah, well, but now that Camellya is out, she could objectively be that Havoc outro buff. Also, realistically, when you're running her with Havoc Rover, she is there as your sub DPS, right? So she's there for your sub DPS Concerto energy. I think it would be fair to put her in hybrid because of the fact that, yes, you could use her as a main DPS, but that's where the risk/expert tag comes in. So I think if we were to be fair, I think you put her in hybrid. I think you put her at T1 with the expert. Or excuse me, I think you put her at T2, but then like if you're an expert, like she could be at like T1. I think she skips like 2 tiers because she is really good. Actually, no, I think as a hybrid, because there's no risk with her if you're using her as a hybrid. If you're using her as a main DPS, there's a massive risk, especially C6. Because at C6, she has that whole thing where I think it's like if she's less than 60% health or 40% health, you know what I'm saying, it'll do even more damage. But as a hybrid, there's no risk at all. You literally just do your forte, smash it, you get your Concerto when you have half health, and then that's it. I think they need to put Dungeon's image twice. 150. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Frank. I agree. S5. That's S5. Okay. So yeah, the S5 is.
Look, I don't know how we haven't gotten C6 Havoc Rover yet. I feel like they're trolling on that.
Yeah,
They're not trolling.
How are they not trolling?
It makes complete sense. They gotta sell Camellya.
Okay, but Havoc Rover, even with the red shred, would not even be close to Camellya.
Yeah, but they gotta sell Camellya. They can't have us with the Havoc alternative that can clear the tower. That is Havoc weak. So they gotta keep
Havoc Rover can already clear the tower.
Sell Camellya more.
I think... Okay, but you also have to... If that was the case, Havoc Rover wouldn't exist if they knew they were going to release a Havoc DPS. Havoc Rover would come out in 2.0.
No, I think that overall, even with S6 Havoc Rover, I think the ease of use of C0 Camellya is just going to outshine Rover regardless.
Yeah, like so I don't think there's a selling point on not releasing. If anything, not having C6, it literally just doesn't make sense. Because the Havoc Rover has existed since 1.1 or whatever.
I think they're just waiting for 2.0. I think we're going to get a new element in S6. Or they maybe it's Side Destroy or something.
That's what I'm saying. Once we get the new element, like you're gonna be forgetting about Havoc Rover at that point. So you're gonna have S6. You're not even gonna be playing the character.
I agree, also. Also, it's good. Dio, welcome in, bro. Okay. So where do you put Havoc Rover? I think 1.5 with Havoc Rover is fine.
Yeah, 1.5 is fine.
That's valid. I think all of these are dog shit. I mean, Jinhsi could be expert and she can go tier 1.5 realistically.
I don't even think she's expert. You just have to dodge.
No, you have to be good with her. You gotta be good with her, though. Like
you gotta really know when to use the.
Yeah. Like I gotta be honest, man. I fucking hate. I don't like playing Jinhsi, but she can do big PP damage numbers. Colchero T2 is fine, but like T 1.5, yeah.
Yeah, no. Colchero T2, and then we move the little shitter down.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Ling Yang is just tier 3. He is what it is. I actually have so. If we're cool on this, Arvin, who's a professional Wuthering Waves player, sent me their version of a tier list. And so they said, this is the objective version of a tier list. So let's go over this.
You should be up there.
Right.
Yeah, I just sent it. I mean, do y'all see it?
Hold up.
We can go over DPSs first.
Nah, Camellya, tier 0.
Yeah, so...
Alright, what is it? This is their tier list?
Yeah, so here, Gib, you're going to be red. Gibbs red. Oh, wait, here, hold on. Gibbs red. Sarah, you're blue. And I'm going to be green. Off rip. Arvin, you're my goat. Having this at T1 spreadsheet copers is crazy.
What is the point of having S4 and S6 Camellya? Or not Camellya, Sanhua?
Yo, it's good, Blazing. How are you, brother?
That is a good question.
They don't have that for... If they were going to do that, they should do that for every character. There's no point in doing it for just Sanhua.
I think the reason why is because Sanhua S6 get the 20% attack, but so going to DPSs first, I think Camellya goes up and ult even with standard weapon, ult played by Ethan is crazy, brother. Ult played by Ethan is insane. That's fucked up. That is fucked up. T1, that is true though. T1. I still think we're overvaluing him. Wait, where's I
don't know about Havoc Rover being below Colchero.
Well, cancel old spreadsheet copers. I think this is a troll. I think this is a troll. Yeah, so we could that has to be a troll. So that's whatever.
Well,
one Colchero main here.
That's a troll. Look at tier 2. Yeah, he's here, which is fine. NA, I think Encore goes up. I think Encore goes up to here. No. I think Encore goes up to here with the expert tag. I'm gonna call Char. I mean, I haven't met S4. I apologize. I'm sorry. But Camellya's 0.5 until she gets dedicated support. I think Camellya.
She has a dedicated support too.
No, but they mean a dedicated 5-star. I think NA means I don't have experience in these units. Yeah, which is fine. I think Camellya will just get even better with that, but she's still good now.
I'm gonna drop my hot take. I don't even think Camellya needs Sanhua to be tier 0.
She doesn't. She really doesn't. You just need Verena. Like, genuinely, with the testing we did earlier, solo Camellya, no buffs, was hitting 100,000 Forte attacks. No Verena buffs, no nothing.
And I'm about to drop the hologram tech that none of you want to admit is the real way to play.
Which is?
Verena, Shorekeeper, and your DPS.
The thing is, you're not wrong, which is unfortunate.
I guess.
What? You get so many buffs.
Yeah, but that's like boring. Don't play a hologram. I'd rather be playing with like a character.
It's effective.
You are a low APM player. That's what you
know what that means.
I have no idea what that
means. Abilities per minute. Low APM. So like you're trying to play like. How are you not low APM if your biggest preference is to like full hyper carry and buff into one person so you can just stay on them for 30 seconds until it swaps up?
I'm just saying it's the most effective.
That's what I'm saying. Like you could also, because holograms realistically, right? Like you can clear with one person.
Well, yeah, but that's not the most effective.
Well,
any coverage.
How much are we min-maxing these holograms?
Well, some people need to min-max a lot. And if you have Shorekeeper and Verena, that's a very max play. And their buffs can overlap.
Well, I don't think it's bad. I'm just saying you don't have to do that. It's like kind of OD.
Listen, Yadamara,
For Inferno Rider, you do.
Caesar and Avocado Boot. Because Avocado Boot is the goat.
Avocado Boot. Nah, you have to do it.
Okay, and yeah, see, look, there's a difference. Look, you use Caesar and Avocado Boot. I use Solo Soldier 11. There's a difference.
Wait, Gabe, are you streaming?
No.
Oh, okay. I think.
I'm not a Game with Feathers.
What's it called?
I might stream later. I don't know. What time is it?
Okay.
9? Yeah, no idea. Let's see.
I think Chengli should still be in DPS. I think she should be in both.
Yeah, she should be in DPS. I don't think she should be in hybrid.
No, I could see her being in hybrid, but I think she should be in both. But I don't believe Yinlin is T0. I still think Yinlin goes down here. And
well,
I think
I made a picture based on what we said. I'll send it over. Hold up.
Okay, yeah, you send it.
Yeah.
I think the Gigi Glaze is a little crazy. I don't think she's that great.
Nah, she's trash. Tier 1.
Yeah, I think tier 1 is valid. I mean, I understand putting her in hybrid. But I don't agree with that. I think Yinlin goes down. I think, yeah.
Wait, this picture is garbage. Hold up. Let me send it.
What is the eyeball? That means on a watch list that Pride Moon might potentially move her even lower, which I don't agree with. I think that's a bad move. There's no reason to make her lower. She's still really good. She's extremely good in niche, but she's niche. Who? Gigi? I agree. Yinlin C0, if we're talking about smash ability, well, hey. I'm not gonna lie to you, you might be cooking on that one. But in terms of functionality, oh my god. Oh my god, look at this Camellya. Is this yours? 93 over 264 with 2.2k attack is fucking insane, bro.
Yeah, Kojo's going 44111.
Dude, I haven't even logged into my account to build my Camellya. I have so much videos to do after we end.
I don't know how you don't play on your account.
Bro, I don't play. I don't have fun playing with my account. I mean, sometimes I do when I have a lot to do, but like the daily stuff, I don't have fun with. Now, Yinlin, that I'm talking about functionality. I don't think so. I think she's okay. I think she's 0.5 at most. Oh, so wait, this is what you made based on what we have? Okay, let's see. So this was our, okay, so let's review our collective tier list real quick. So we had Camellya T0. Okay. Final review. I think we're good here. I think we're good here. This we're cool with. I mean, I think Encore could go down, but whatever. I think this is fine. I do think Donjin should go in hybrid. I think if Donjin's in hybrid, I think 1.5 or 1.0. No, I'd say 1.5. Yeah, 1.5 is fair for Donjin hybrid. I think that's good.
I think since it's catered for the casual player base, I would not have Chengli in tier 0 in hybrid.
Okay, but why are we catering to casuals?
Because those are the people who play the game.
That's the priority of the tier list.
Okay, but then you have the problem of you have the problem of trying to appease both sides. Unless you're just trying to appease one.
That's why she's in 0.5, because it appeases both sides.
I actually don't know. I mean, you could possibly say she goes to 0.5 for the casuals, but I'm not gonna lie to you.
For the expert, she goes to tier 0 in any
No,
way.
I think she does. I think in hybrid, without a doubt. That with the Zhang Liao team is pretty nice.
Yeah, Changli,
Or like
Zhang Liao
Jian,
is massive.
you know.
I would use Yinlin over Changli and Zhang Liao team.
You use
100%.
Yinlin over Zhang Liao team.
Well, that's the hyper carry version.
Yeah,
it's literally just 2 different teams. It's literally 2 different teams. That's it. There's like no debate on it.
I get why you would use Yinlin. I think though, even with that buff, you still get overall more damage because as opposed to just Yinlin buffing Zhang Liao, you're having a whole other DPS that is over here contributing to the team. But I could see a point for putting it to T0.5 for casuals. I don't think that's a hill to die on. I do think Sanhua is still honestly probably the only T0 support, especially at S6. I think that's fine. But for casuals, if you want to put it at T0.5, I think that's fair. I think T1 is good. I think T2, I mean, Alto's just dog shit, you know, whatever. Fuck Alto. And then this is just straight up. I do think we should move Yang Yang up, though. I think Yang Yang should not be in support.
I
I
forgot
think
to
Yang
move
Yang should be hybrid.
Yang Yang the hybrid.
Where do we put her? Like 1.5?
1.5, yeah.
Yeah, I think Yang Yang goes 1.5. But other than that, I don't know. I think this is solid. What do you think?
I think that is
Seems
very solid. You're locked in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Chat, how we feel? I'm one step away from hiring people to play for me. Do it. Chat, how we feel about this? Who's gonna comment Ethan retire and fucking jump into a car in front of Roblox?
Everybody.
Which one of y'all motherfuckers? Someone do it. I'll give you $5. I'll give you a welcome. What? Gib, what do you want live?
Jump into traffic.
In Roblox.
All right, give me that welcome. In Roblox.
In Roblox. When are you going live, Gib?
When am I going live? I can go
you go-
live.
Now?
Yeah.
Right now?
Sounds good. Okay, let me know when you're live. We'll rate it to Gib.
Okay. Are we done with this video then? Or do we have anything else to say?
Yeah. No, I think we're chilling on this video. I think it's a good job. I think Boba